Well, it's been more than a decade since Hong Kong retailers has a year as bad as 2015. The latest data show that Hong Kong's biggest slump in retail sales since the outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS in 2003. That trend appears likely to continue through this year's Spring Festival, one of Hong Kong's busiest shopping seasons. CCTV correspondent Li Jiejun has more.
Hong Kong has been hit by the coldest winter in 60 years, and it's been just as chilly for the city's retailers. Shop owners are slashing prices to weather the economic doldrums, even for luxury brands that have never been discounted before. Even with big promotions for the Chinese Lunar New Year, retail sales remain sluggish, especially for the high-end products like jewelry and watches.
Hong Kong has long been a shopping paradise for Chinese mainlanders, but more and more Chinese visitors are deserting Hong Kong, leaving retailers with big but empty stores and squeezing the whole city's visitor-dependent economy.
Chow Tai Fook Jewelry, China's top jewelry retailer by market value, said it plans to close as many as 5 or 6 Hong Kong shops at the end of its March fiscal year. The company's store sales in Hong Kong and Macau was 20% lower in the fourth quarter of 2015 than a year earlier. The retail plunge is citywide.
The government hasn't released the final numbers yet, but I think through the first 11 months of the year, retail sales were down 3.3% and luxury sales were down double digit. Generally speaking, it's not good to see the retail sector coming down, but at the same time, we believe that there are some positives in this, that if we see a pullback in the luxury goods, which, if you go to some of the streets in Hong Kong in recent years, we've seen it been dominated by watch and jewellery, to see that, those kind of areas see the retailing broaden a little bit because we're seeing a greater variety of retailers coming into the market.
Last year's political unrest triggered a slump in mainland tourist traffic that has yet to rebound. Beijing's crackdown on conspicuous spending hasn't been good for business either.
The pullback in Chinese tourists coming into the city has been one of the major factors that we've seen in the past 12 months. Actually, if you look at the numbers through the first 11 months of last year, if we continue that on through to December, I think we're going to see visitor arrivals from mainland China actually decrease for the first time in Hong Kong since 1997. So we've been growing every year except for last year. And part of these has been kind of, the pullback has been self-inflicted. So we basically tightened the multi-entry visa permits last year for Shenzhen residents coming to Hong Kong, so they can only come in once a month.
A double-digit devaluation in China's currency could hurt tourist traffic too. In the recent survey of Chinese tourists by a Hong Kong brokerage, 43% said they would travel outside China less this year if the yuan slips by 10%. Retail analysts say the business prospects for Hong Kong's retail industry remains at best uncertain. Li Jiejun, CCTV, Hong Kong.